It's funny, I've never met a book of business firm yet. When I go in and I do the individual partner interviews, what do they tell me? We're a book of business firm. I mean, let's not be silly here. Yes, book of business is important. It's one of the lifebloods of the firm, and it has a value. But if it has the only value, you can see where the behavior seems to go. Remember when I talked about the 8-partner firm and I said we asked each one to leave and then we talked about that person? Do you know what we did? We said, let's talk about their skill set. What is it they do the best? Are they best at getting new business? I can't tell you how many firms I come across where the top 2 rainmakers aren't on the street anymore. And I go, what happened? And they say, well, every time I bring in a client, it sort of sticks with me. And now I got a $2 million book and 1,200 billable hours, and I'm out of commission. I'm out of play. And the problem is none of the other partners can pick up the slack to go get the new business. The answer is obvious there. He's got to get rid of some of that book so he can get back on the street. The relationship partner is an interesting one. The relationship partner for me is the person who can manage a profitable book of business, build strong relationships with the clients, cross-sell, if appropriate, other services, lose sleep at night over client satisfaction, realization, utilization of people, manage and run a profitable book, and have this great relationship with the client. That's a unique skill set, and it's different from the one that brings in the business. The third one is the service partner. I see my good friend Erwin Steinberg in the back of the room. We used to have a partner we lovingly called Billable Bob. I won't use last names, but there was such a person. And if you had come to our firm for an office tour, by the time we got to the 26th floor, that back corridor, which was sort of dimly lit, you would have said to me or Erwin, what goes on over there? And we would say, that's where Billable Bob is. He said, what do you mean? Well, let's just say Billable Bob he goes through withdrawal on weekends. I mean, he doesn't know who to bill the time to, if you know what I mean. Matter of fact, me and Erwin have never met Billable Bob. You know, the guy with the mail cart comes by every day, puts the lunch plate under the door, and Billable Bob puts it out when he's done, and he lives to bill. Well, we had Billable Bob once come to us and say, I get it. At our firm, the guys that make the big money are the ones that bring in the business. So instead of 1,500 charge hours next year, you know what I want to do? I want to cut down to 1,000 charge hours, and I want to take those 500 hours and go get business. Now, I've described Billable Bob to you, so you could probably put a wager in on this. How many of you think Billable Bob had a great year bringing in new business? No, no takers. He brought in his mother-in-law's tax return, and she refused to pay for it, right? Yeah. So we committed the big sin, didn't we? Didn't we? What did we do? We took a guy who said he wanted to do something, and we wanted to be supportive, yet we knew up front it wasn't in his skill set, and we let him do it. A year later, we got religion, and we said, you know what, Bob, if you want to make more money, better manage your jobs, and instead of 1,500, we're fine if you want to take 1,800, 1,900 chargeable hours. He made more money, the firm made more money. We aligned the skills, more importantly, of the individual.